What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Cookie DAO today. Hit that like button, you guys. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and let's get into it, okay? I do want to talk about Cookie right now in the sense of how much lower could it go if it were to go lower. How much lower could it go if Cookie decided to go below this low here, which is at about 13.7 cents? Is it possible to go lower? And what would happen if it did go lower? How low would we go? I want to address this because, not because I think it's going to happen, but just in case it does. Because if it happens, if we went to these lows or lower or whatever, I would rather us prepare for it as a buying opportunity rather than a, oh no, panic dump, time to sell opportunity, because that's not what it is. It would absolutely be a buying opportunity if the price went down, right? It'd be like, imagine if you bought up here and then the price went all the way down here and you sold down here. It's very obvious this was a good selling opportunity, not a buying opportunity. This was a very good buying opportunity, not a selling opportunity. And of course, it's hindsight, but using this hindsight example, why would you think this would be a good selling opportunity if we just did the same thing? You know what I mean? That would be a really good buying opportunity down there. Not financial advice, not a financial advisor. I don't think it goes that low, but from a low to a high here, if we were to go lower than this low at 13.7 cents, I would entertain the thought of going to 11 to 8.5 cents. But to me, it seems a bit too extreme for a couple reasons. We'll go over that now. So from a high to a low, that would imply that we're going to see an overall 87% to potentially a 90% drop. And maybe it happens, maybe it could happen, but that just seems a bit intense for this project, at least to me. It's not that it can't happen, but I kind of doubt it. If Coinbase or Binance listed it today, okay, we'd probably work our way down there. On that note, if Coinbase or Binance lists any project, and Binance actually already listed this project, but if Coinbase or Binance list any project, it's normally time to sell and step away from it, right? You're finding support now at prior areas of resistance. And in fact, thinking of Binance, let's just see here. Hold on. I don't know if I said Binance or Bybit, but I think if I said Bybit, I meant Binance. Bybit's a big exchange too. And they got hacked too. That's crazy. The biggest hack in the world, and Bybit's not even the biggest crypto exchange, and they handled it like pros, you guys. They handled it like pros. I want to start. If anybody like this whole experience has taught me. Let me just say real quick on a whole note, okay? There's a few people. There are a few exchanges in the space that have gone through adversity, that have had to kind of fight with the law, and they've done the best that they could by their customers. They didn't cut and run. They didn't take your money and run and pay off the authorities to save their own asses. The exchanges I'm talking about that I've personally seen that have to me done what's best by their customers. Clearly now, Bybit definitely, they handled it like champs, guys. Like, even if they got hacked, I'm like, I want to use you exclusively now. Like, they handled it like champs. Binance has also handled things like this before. They've been hacked before, and CZ's come out and given a live statement within like hours, or like the hour that it happened, just like Bybit, right? And then KuCoin too. So all I'm trying to say, as far as like reputable, safe, non-American exchanges go, Bybit, KuCoin, Binance, they all seem to have customer interests at heart. KuCoin literally set the Chinese authorities up. I don't know if you guys know about this story. I know we're talking about Cookie DAO, but man, I'm going on a whole different tangent here. KuCoin at one point was established in China. They moved to Singapore. I think they're still in Singapore unless they moved again, but that's fine if they did. They were going to get raided. There was a rumor going around the space they were going to get raided. I pulled all my funds off of KuCoin because you hear stuff like that. Normally, exchanges just cut and run, or like the actors in crypto, they don't hold up, right? They go dark and then they come out in some other form. But KuCoin stayed open. They left their facility in China. It got raided. There was nobody there, no computers, no nothing. It was just an empty black office space. They thought they were going to raid it at the right time. KuCoin moved all their stuff, their whole team, everything to Singapore. Literally, like in the dark, without the authorities knowing. And maybe some authorities knew. I don't know. Maybe they paid them off. I don't know how it works over there. But I'm just saying, there's a couple exchanges, there's a few exchanges that I can think of that have had some really tough moments come at them, and they've handled it like pros. They've handled it like pros and had their customers' best interests at heart. KuCoin, Binance, and Bybit are those exchanges. Okay, but let's get back to the talk here. There's a little story for you. If you never knew that about KuCoin, or why if you ever hear me talk fondly about KuCoin, it's literally because of that story. I mean, they literally said F you to the authorities. They're like, we're going to cut and run, man. I don't know if it's legal in China what they did, but China, they're just bullies, man. They make crypto illegal while there's already businesses there. And then they shut you down. They come at you as if you're a criminal, but it was legal one day before you were allowed to set up. It's illegal what what the Chinese authorities were doing, in my opinion. No offense to people who are from China or anything like that. You know, I think that I think it's probably obvious. Even if people live in China, I'm sure they're aware of how the law is handled or mishandled at times. It's the same thing in America with certain things, guys. I'm talking about things that I shouldn't be talking about. This is a crypto channel, damn it. We're finding support at prior areas of resistance. Beyond everything else, I don't think that to me, it doesn't make sense that we would go lower than this, okay? Or at the least, if we were to go lower than that low there, which this low, let's see, that low's at 13.7 cents. If we were to go lower than this, I would think we go barely below it. Maybe we find support right at the weekly closing high, right at about 12.8 cents or something like that. But if we went below 13.7 cents, it would be barely. That's all I'm trying to say. I'm not even expecting that we do go below there, but this is what we should anticipate if it does go lower. Of course, if I'm wrong, we could go to 11 cents, 8 cents. It's still a higher low. It's even called for, you know, I mean, as far as like a fib extension would go, you know, I wouldn't say it's called for as an expectation, but from a fib perspective, from a low to a high, it would make sense to find support there, right? Even from this overall fib perspective, I'm sure it would make sense. Let's see, from a low to a high here. Low to high there. Yeah, your golden ratio is down to 8.3 cents. I don't think we're going there. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying if we went there, it would actually be a good area to find support on your way to new all-time highs. And inevitably, we will see new all-time highs, my friends. But let's cut the crap. Let's get into it. Okay, looking at the weekly RSI, you are geared down a little bit. Not the best look, but whatever. You know, it's a new chart. I don't care. 3-day time frame, yeah, looking a little bit worse, but still not the worst. Daily time frame, yes. Okay, here we go. Looking a little bit more appropriate. Rejecting the 50, finding support at the 40 for now, but you likely don't find support here. I think that you continue to go down. My suspicion is because from a low here, connecting all these lows, it looks like you've broken through this. There's not a lot of volume on this breakout, and oftentimes it is these diagonal lines that once you break through them, that's actually a really good buying point. But sometimes you can continue to go lower, right? On a time perspective, sure, we've recently broken through it, but in a day or two from now, we could be back at these lows, and I just want to I want to put that on the radar. Again, I don't think we go lower than these lows. It's possible, right? And if that happens, we just got to persevere and buy more at the lows there. But I think that we will find support either at about where we found the low today, something around 16.9 cents, if not something that is around 14 cents or just below 14 cents there. We're at 18 cents now. The daily RSI to me, if it goes below, that's not what I meant to do. If it goes below the 40, that would be all the indications that we need, that we at least would go to the oversold area, bounce off of that, or maybe into the oversold area. If we see some kind of readings like that get near the oversold zone, absolutely we would be down at these prices that are below 15 cents. Absolutely. My suspicion, you guys, mark my words, what we're going to do is we're going to find a daily closing low that's below 15.5. And if we can do that, if we get a daily closing low that's below that, we will have bullish divergence on the RSI, and it'll be kind of a double bottom scenario that sets us up to move higher. It wouldn't surprise me at all. If we're looking at the 4-hour time frame here, looking at this, you've just gotten oversold. Okay, the last time that it had been a while before you'd gotten oversold, let's just see what that looked like, right? It was here. Okay, you hadn't gotten oversold in a while. You finally got oversold right here. Was that the end of it? No, actually, really, that was kind of just the beginning of it, to be completely fair. You did move up, relatively speaking, and I want to address that too, I suppose. We could move up from here immediately, maybe move up to about 21.5 cents and then work our way down. If that happens, it would happen like today and then the rest of the day, and then going into tomorrow, we'd work our way back down. It'd be very quick-lived. So don't get caught out by these little bull trap maneuvers to these prior areas of support, right? It's very normal when you're breaking down to retrace, find resistance at prior areas of resistance and support, check back, and then continue on your path down, right? That's very, very common to do. And once you just get into your oversold zone on the 4-hour basis, you generally continue to stay in there. At least you continue to progress your move until you see some other indications that suggest you're at a low point here, right? Like this here, you had a low here, a higher low in your RSI, low here, lower low in your price, bullish divergence. You kind of have an Adam and Eve bottom formation, right? Double bottom look. Gave you a little growth for a little bit of time. Now we're rolling over again. I'm just saying, here we didn't get oversold for a while. We finally got oversold here. This was the lowest low that we saw. You did move back up to prior areas of resistance just to check back and then continued. You confirmed that you are in a downtrend, right? Lower highs, lower lows, the whole shebang. Could be what we're doing here. Lower highs. We might go up. Might go up and check back to confirm another lower high, and then we come down from there and we get a lower low and we confirm we're in a downtrend. By that point, though, again, I think that this next drop down, whether we go up first and then we come down or we just go down here, I think this next drop, it's probably going to happen over the next couple days, if not today, and we'll likely start building from there. 1 hour time frame. 1 hour, the RSI is abysmal, man. It is absolutely abysmal. The 1 hour would suggest that we bounce up from here, right? I wouldn't be surprised if we hit the oversold zone. In these kind of circumstances, you do hit the oversold zone and then reject off of it, but that'll set you up for a higher low. Again, bullish divergence would come into effect. If we were to see something like that, I would not anticipate Cookie DAO goes all the way back to 21 cents. Rather, maybe 20 cents at the highest, just above 20 cents, if not something maybe around 19.5 cents. You're at about 18 cents now. So again, not financial advice, not a financial advisor, but if you see the price going up to about 20 cents or so, don't FOMO into that, right? Because it likely does come back down for that final move down. Yeah, I would think 20 cents. You could go up to 22 cents, but I guess prove me wrong. If you prove me wrong, you're not going lower. What I'd want to see is a price that is above, you'd have to get all the way back above 24.5 cents. It's far away, but you got a lot of wiggle room to work with, man. You really do. So it doesn't make it too easy. Or, maybe you don't even have to go all the way up above this area. If you can find some constructiveness on this fib, if you start doing productive things like this, stair stepping up, I'll start to reconsider things too. But that would take some time too. Maybe tomorrow's video or maybe tomorrow night's video, I would be able to have a answer for that. My genuine assumption is we go lower, we see prices go a little bit lower. Low to high here. I mean, we're below the 886. I don't think it's a fib anymore. I don't think we're in a fib or a harmonic pattern anymore. I think that pattern's busted, and we're likely going to go lower than this here. Yeah. I got nothing else to say. Hit the like button, subscribe. If I had to give it my honest guess as to how low, what price we're going to go to, my suspicion would be 15.5 cents to 13.5 cents, somewhere in this zone specifically. We will have a daily low close below this level here, and I don't know, maybe we wick to this level, something like that, but I would think that we go just below 15.5 cents. That's where we're going to close, and on that day, that will be our low. Whatever day it is that closes us below 15.5 cents will likely be the day we have a low. So if it's today, if it's tomorrow, if it's the next day, I don't care, but likely it happens over the coming days. That's my suspicion. So hit the like button, you guys. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this. We are looking for an overall kind of double bottom look here, and then something that'll build us out of this zone, return to new all-time highs, of which, by the way, you guys, the further away we get from those highs, the more growth that we have to go. Come on now. Of which we have like a 400% move to go before we see new all-time highs. When we break through that, our minimum target is something of like an 8x or a 9x. So huge prospects whenever this thing does get going. I suspect that next week will be really good. Going into March will be really good. And finishing March, I think, will be phenomenal as well. But time will tell. So I'm just talking at this point. I'm going to end it there. Hit the like button. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this. I haven't sold any of my cookie at all. I'm only adding more. I had to hold myself back. I had to literally hold myself back, man, from buying some right here because it's at such a good price. My cost average is at 23 cents. So with the amount of money that I'm thinking about putting into it, it would really bring my cost average down a lot if I buy here. But I am assuming we have a little bit more to go to the downside. And the way that I work is this. I would rather it go down, buy at the areas that I quote unquote want to buy, and then if I'm wrong, if it goes up, cool, I'm still making money anyways, and I can just add back at these areas where we break out, bringing up my dollar cost average, but still getting in before most of the move happens. I'm okay with buying at higher prices. I'm just not okay with buying whenever I think the price is going to go lower. It puts me in this emotional stress state, and I try to avoid that if I can. On that note, if you want kids, that's cool, but you were going to be in an emotional stress state if you have children, my friends. So anybody out there that wants to be a new parent, be careful what you wish for. No, it's the best thing in the world too, though. I'm ranting, I'm rambling, I'm giving you guys random advice for whatever reason. Hit the like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here. I'll see you on the next one. None of this is financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor on that note. I was just talking about life advice there. All right, take care. Bye.